nothing about nothing. Now, caught my eye this morning was an article that says Trump is latching on to a popular right-wing talking point about Michael Cohen that experts say is nonsense. And the right-wing talking point he's talking about is radio host Mark Levin. Now, first of all, they describe Mark Levin as a right-wing radio host. I don't know that's how he would describe himself. So first of all, the description of Levin, I'm going to guess, is not fair. Secondly, Levin is both, he's not just a radio host, he's a television host, a radio host. I'm guessing he has books, he's probably an author. Yes, I think, how about we call him, instead of a right-wing radio host, why don't we call him author, television, radio star, conservative? Wouldn't that, constitutionalist? That might even be closer. Oh, it's Levine? I thought it was Levin. Okay, we'll call him Levine. I'm being corrected in the comments here. So the article starts right off by diminishing his resume from insanely impressive, you know, one of the best resumes you're ever going to see in your life, to, oh, right-wing radio guy. All right, so now, yeah, and is he a lawyer? Is that true? That would seem to be true. So here's the argument about Levine's argument. So Levine and I and Dershowitz notice that they don't mention Alan Dershowitz in this. Do you know why? Because it's a little bit harder to call Alan Dershowitz a right-wing anything. So they cherry-picked, first of all. You know, Levine isn't the only person saying this. He's just the one that they can label a little bit more easily. So, you know, where's Alan Dershowitz? So leaving Alan Dershowitz out of this story is clear bias. And by the way, I'm reading Business Insider, owned by, at least in part by Jeff Bezos. So just so you know your source. And so the argument here is that it's not, so Levine's argument and also my argument and Dershowitz's argument is that it can't be illegal to spend money on stuff that makes you look good just because you're running for office. So, for example, I've said, would it be illegal for Hillary Clinton to improve her wardrobe if she was doing it just for the campaign? Okay, Levine. Levin? Am I still saying it wrong? Levin? I guess apparently I'm still pronouncing his name wrong. I apologize to Mark for pronouncing your name wrong, apparently 700 times in a row. But here's the thing. The article just makes the assumption that Cohen can demonstrate that the only reason they were doing this payoff is because of the election. How could you possibly demonstrate that? So the article makes an assumption that just is completely unsupportable, and then they build their argument on the unsupportable assumption. And so since Levin and other people don't make that assumption, they get a different answer. And the assumption is that there could be something that is only to make you look good for one reason. And that just doesn't exist. It would be a standard which could never be applied. Because as long as there are lots of things that make you look good for multiple reasons, and you have multiple good reasons to look good, one is to look good with your wife, another is to look good just because you like how you look in the mirror. So, you know, let's say you got your teeth whitened. There's no way this could possibly be an enforceable law. But you don't see that argument in this article because there's either some TDS or maybe some, well, probably just some TDS going on. And that's the two movies situation. It all revolves around that assumption that somehow there could be this class of things that you know are only good for making you look good for one reason. That's just not a thing.